Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Trying the left side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense. Great in the tackle for a loss on first down.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. On the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch, man.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Slips through the line. Returns like that, or why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback checking the play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got the quick pass.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. They'll give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it back weak and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give from the gun. Smashes through. And the Rebels will keep this drive going.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on first down. They're setting up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Now on the option. The pitch. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
The Rebels have it in scoring position on first and goal. Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Robbins. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ole Miss 7, Texas 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. He'll try the left side.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Going over the top. And it's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. Have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UTEP. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fast motion from the offense. Handoff to the single running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got his man. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. What a snag by the defense.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
Handoff to the single back. Tackle is made after the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Going up top on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. A strike downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Wants to pass. Quarterback moving. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him. Had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Quarterback will audible. Now the play fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking for space. It's Adams. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Buying some time. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
On the move. Past the sticks and still on his feet. All kinds of running room. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
We got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for a 1st down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in this step.
Timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Just going to keep it after the snap. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be dragged down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll put the tight end in motion. He leaves it with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Feeling some heat. Still looking on the move. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give headed toward right tackle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carry.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Makes the grab on the left. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they've got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's moving out of the pocket. It's caught downfield. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
A first down run in the red zone. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
His man, and a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Third and goal coming up here. Wide receiver shows motion. On the move. Tripped up for the tackle.
Gain of 5. It's now 4th and goal.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Nebraska is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Lincoln for some time. They're up by 18 over Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a...
Snags it on the right. Got a lot of running room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Coming out with it, it's James. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas 21, Ole Miss 10.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, looking to pass. Lets it go. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Across the 25, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll do it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Texas! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Oh, he's going to go for the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Running behind that left side. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback checking off. Wide receiver now comes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds a man on the right.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Cuber. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Rebels are on the move. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. The throw. Got his man on the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They want to just keep throwing it. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. With jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Rebels in the hurry up. Wide out in motion. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Trying to pound their way in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Ready to try the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road in the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.